Hamza changed my life. Those who know Hamza, he's the fucking greatest self-improvement YouTuber there's ever been. Second of all, if you guys are really familiar with him and you actually follow him a lot, you know the Hamza Advanced channel. And there was one video that really changed my life. And it was the first one, actually. Hamza Advanced channel's first video. How to get out of a rut. The video is pretty simple. There's frameworks you follow which get you from a rut. So from a place where you're just not making any progress, you're pretty stagnated, and you're just unhappy, basically, to a point where you get the ball rolling and you start making progress again. This was the whole idea of the video. And the tricks of this video are very, very, very important. And I have implemented every single one. And one of them is the one that actually woke me up to reality. Because I was living in a lie, basically, before this. But first of all, what Hamza talked about in this video, the one step at a time rule. Breaking your tasks into smaller increments. I've talked about this in my other videos, but this just means that you break a task into simpler steps. So if you need to go for a run, you basically just say to yourself, okay, I just need to put my shoes on. I just need to put my gloves on. I just need to go outside. I just need to get up from bed, basically. You break your task into smaller steps. That's the first one. Then the second one, leveling up to a PR. So he used this analogy many times in this video, but it goes like, when you're hitting a weight in the gym, let's say you're doing bench press, you have a barbell, and you've been able to do 60 kg, let's say, for 2 reps for a while now. Let's say a couple times. And now you've eaten like shit for, let's say, a month, and you haven't really been training at all, and you're kind of just chilling at home and not doing anything productive and not being moving much. And you go to the gym again, and that 60 kg feels heavy, like you can't lift it. It actually just stays on your chest. This applies to everything in life. If you've once been able to go for a run at 6 a.m. and run for 5 kilometers or 5 miles or 3 miles, etc. If you've fallen into a rut and you say to yourself, I'm gonna do that 6 a.m. run again because I can. I know I can. I have done it before. You're so stupid, you're gonna fail, basically. Even a better example is when you get an injury in this gym. You've done 60 kg, but you get an injury from bench pressing the 60 kg. And your shoulder hurts, and your chest hurts. And then tomorrow you're like, oh, I'm gonna try 70 tomorrow because I didn't get 60. How does that work? That's like the most idiotic shit. And this is sometimes what I was doing too, because I was missing days or missing tasks one day, and then tomorrow or the day after the day when I realized I didn't do the tasks, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do double the time, or I'm gonna run for twice as much tomorrow because I didn't do it today. And then what happens? I didn't do the run because the fucking injury has to be addressed. You cannot just fucking push it away. When you've fallen into a rut, you need to take small action steps. You can't just double the load of work. No, that doesn't work like that. Another thing, if you've fallen very deep into the rut, so you're basically depressed as fuck and you can't even shower, like that's a very bad place, then the framework which Hamza told was that you need to take one step, like one task, or set yourself to take one task for tomorrow, and then just do that one task, and then you can do basically whatever you want. And this just allows you to get that feeling of dopamine, that feeling of achievement, and the feeling that you're a man. And after you've done that one task, everything else you do that day is okay because you've earned it. He talked about like you can fucking jack off, play games, go watch a movie, scroll TikTok, do whatever you want. But you'll actually start to feel like doing more self-improvement tasks because the feeling you got from the first one. And if you don't want to, it's not mandatory. You don't have to do any other self-improvement task. You just set yourself this one task and you do it, and that's your whole day. And then after the one day, you start to like basically snowball effect your way into progress again. Then he talked about this one simple trick, basically to trick your brain into feeling fulfillment and achievement and proudness. Take a shoe and you open the shoelaces and tie them again, and then you fake a smile. But before that, actually, you have to think about that the shoelaces being tied is like a fucking goal for today. You have to think about it as a hard thing, and when you achieve it, you're gonna be like so fulfilled. Just gotta fucking fake it, basically. So tell yourself, when I tie these laces, my day is gonna be so good. Like, this is the task I need to do. And when you do it, just think about do it slowly and just think about like how this is so good, and you even enjoy the process. And then when you're done, fake a smile. Like, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so proud of myself. And just that like smile you fake basically gives you that positive energy, gives you those positive thoughts. Then, so this is the one that got me out of the rut instantly. This is what I needed to do. I don't know how Hamza fucking knows this shit so well, but this actually saved me. And it's just letting yourself feel the emotions of achievement and just allowing yourself to feel happy. I was so afraid of social judgment, and my mind had been wired to not basically see achievement as a good thing, because I was always comparing myself to David Goggins or fucking like basically pro boxers or people who had way more experience than me or were better than me in everything. So I never felt like I was achieving anything. I was just doing the things, the hard things, because everybody told me to do them. But I never allowed myself to feel happy for doing those things or fulfilled. And the one action step Hamza gave me, or Hamza gave his viewers, was to just go in front of the mirror and hype yourself up for a hard thing you did. This is what he said. Close your eyes and think of a moment where you feel proud. And just think about that thought that one that you're trying to push away, that one. And just allow yourself to feel proud and happy that you did that hard thing. It could be the run that you was trying to put off for days, or when you spoke to that beautiful girl, even though you got rejected, but you still was scared out of your pants. Think about that moment and just let yourself smile. Just be happy and don't care what anybody says. This is how I achieved this mentality I have now. That the mentality of constant progression, just allowing myself to feel the pleasure of completing tasks and fulfillment and achievement. If you're in a place like I was 1 month ago, so basically just fucking, you don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, and you just can't feel achievement. You need to think about one thing you're proud of, and just think about it. Find a place where there's no one who can look at you or hear you. Or do this once you can do that. Go in front of the mirror and hype yourself the fuck up. Scream as loud as you fucking can. Let out those emotions, because when you do that for the first time, you will feel like a fucking hero. You will feel like you're actually living. My life was suppressed. I was suppressing my emotions. I wasn't letting myself to feel the things I needed to feel to make progress and be fulfilled. This allowed me to view my achievements as good and completing tasks as fulfilling, and just having a healthier mindset towards life. Hamza also taught me the student mindset, which basically means that having humility in everything, not listening to your ego, and instead keeping an open mind to things, new things, and being able to change your mind. This allowed me also to learn 4 times the information I would have, because many people's egos hold them down from improving. They cope. People cope and tell themselves that, no, but this is like dumb, like, or like this doesn't deserve my time because I'm doing important things. I'm working, etc. Stoicism, acting out of logic instead of emotions. And one more thing Hamza taught me was to accept when you're being a bitch and not coping. This is also humility. Yesterday I actually missed my reading. So I was supposed to read and meditate before I was gonna go to bed or to sleep. But I had a stomach ache, basically. I wanted to vomit very bad, and turns out it was fucking diarrhea. Anyways, because of the hurts and because I made an excuse. Oh, it's late. I gotta go to bed. I accept the fact that I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm not reading 30 minutes and I'm not meditating because I'm a bitch. That's it. Just admitting you're a bitch for not doing the things that you set yourself to do. When you do this, you call yourself out. But what it's supposed to do is ignite that fire inside you. Do you want to be a bitch or do you want to be a man? But not coping is so important. If I would have just told myself, no, it's okay. No, it's fine, it's fine. Because my stomach hurts. I could I'm just gonna go to sleep. It's okay, cause like reading, I can do it tomorrow. I can do double the reading tomorrow. Well, I will actually, but that doesn't mean you can skip the reading. It doesn't mean you're allowed because you set yourself these things to do, and if you don't follow them, then you have failed. So I accept my failure, and I will try in the future to be better. Failures are learning lessons. The phone keeps blowing out, but yeah, this I just wanted to make this video to be show my gratitude towards Hamza and just tell you how it changed my life. And if you're in a rut right now, I hope that you go watch Hamza's video. So the channel is Hamza Advanced, and it's a 1 hour long video, and he talks about every single action step you need to take. And this has worked for like hundreds of young men, basically with 100% success rate. Watch the video. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. Peace.